Hey there, quirky people! Today we want to talk about the biggest MCU movie of all time, Avengers Endgame. This movie was 12 years in the making. Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige poured themselves into building an interconnected world that would create something like Endgame. One of the biggest elements in the finale to the Infinity Saga was the time heist at the center of the movie.
And now you want to pull a... what do you call it?
Time heist?
Yeah, time heist.
This heist was executed through the quantum realm, and Ant-Man was responsible for the idea. One would think that the Ant-Man franchise isn't as big or important as the rest of the MCU franchises, but thinking that would actually be wrong. Just like Infinity War and Endgame would not have been possible without James Gunn's Guardians volumes, the finale of the Infinity Saga would not also have been possible without Ant-Man and the Quantum Realm. The rat who saved Scott has been given a lot of credit for the time heist, but Scott deserves an equal amount of credit as he was the one who showed up on the doorstep of Avengers suggesting the plan.
Oh, hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. I was the guy that got really big. I had a mask on.
You see, hope is a fickle thing. All the Avengers had lost hope. And Scott lost hope in the literal sense, since she was disintegrated along with her parents. So to get his hope back, he gave the Avengers something more than hope. He gave them the tools to defy destiny. The What If series is over on Disney+, but I'm still going to suggest a what if scenario today. So stick around for a while, will you? What if the quantum realm never really existed in the MCU? More precisely, what if the quantum realm was not discovered by Scott Lang and Ant-Man? Would this have changed Endgame? Let's find out. The development of Ant-Man.
One test run. All right, I'm not ready for this.
Ant-Man was one of the first movies that Marvel Studios wanted to make. In fact, director Edgar Wright was chosen to make the movie in the early days of the MCU. He came up with a script and a premise, but it took a long time. Ant-Man was never supposed to be an Avenger. Marvel thought he was not popular enough to be included in the Avengers.
They're Hulk fans.
Wait,
they don't know Ant-Man.
Oh, he
Nobody
feels bad.
does. Nobody does.
No, he wants you.
I
He
don't want
wants
a
to take a picture with them.
But they did want him to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Alas, after almost half a decade in development, Edgar Wright took his leave from the project. It's known that he needed quite a bit of creative control in making a movie that was more independent. In the MCU, movies can be independent, but they also have to serve a larger narrative. So Peyton Reed was brought in as the new director to handle the project. And the moment where Scott goes through the quantum realm in Ant-Man was an addition made by Peyton Reed. The original script for Ant-Man actually had no quantum realm. Reed made this important addition at the time of the finalization of the script. This means Edgar Wright had decided to conclude the final fight of the movie without the revelation of where Janet Van Dyne was. We wouldn't have got the important wasp-eater egg if it wasn't for Reed. Moreover, the only reason Ant-Man was able to defeat Yellow Jacket was because of the quantum realm. So, this got us wondering, what if Edgar Wright made Ant-Man? The quantum realm wouldn't have existed. This life-giving realm allowed the Avengers to travel through time and collect the Infinity Stones. And it will be explored even further in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Kang City of Chronopolis will be placed within the quantum realm. So, how different would the MCU have been? Well, as far as time travel is concerned, not that different actually. The quantum realm was only the means to an end. Time travel would have worked in other ways. If the creators still wanted to do the time heist, they could have pulled something else out of their hat. I mean, it is not inconceivable to think that Tony Stark in the MCU could have discovered time travel on a whim.
Shit!
Stop.
The man created his Iron Man armor in a cave without any fancy equipment.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave! With a box of scraps!
He figured out a working time-space GPS in literally one night.
Fixed it. A fully functioning time-space GPS. I just want peace.
This version of Stark is clearly superior to the one in the comics. And this made him the greatest mind to grace the silver screen in the MCU. Also, considering the fact that Endgame was the final time that we would have seen Stark, it made sense to make him the center of attention. Hence, even if there was no quantum realm, Avengers Endgame would have gone pretty much the same. Not to mention the MCU already has other established ways of time travel. There is the Time Stone, but the writers would have had to come up with something different if they didn't want to use the Time Stone.
There was no other way.
Ultimately, Endgame would not have looked very different, even if Ant-Man would have been directed by Wright.
We got it.
Well done.
But it makes us wonder just how fickle the future truly is. Everything we do today has an everlasting effect on everything that will happen in the future. This means that we should be grateful for every small decision that Marvel Studios ever took, even the incorrect ones. Because all these mistakes and all their successes have brought us to this point, in harmony. We received the time heist in Infinity Saga, and now we will get the next series arc with the Multiversal War. All that is because the quantum realm was introduced in the first movie. It allows multiversal access, and now we're going to see some other timey-wimey craziness in Quantumania. We just cannot wait for the next movie to come out, because it could be yet another important project leading us into Avengers 5. And this time, it could make $1 billion, because we've got Kang the Conqueror coming into the mix. Moreover, the quantum realm will actually allow Marvel to bring Yellow Jacket back as well. It'll be interesting to see what else does Quantumania have in store for us. What do you think? Would Endgame have changed drastically without the quantum realm? What other effects would it have had on the rest of the MCU? Let us know in the comments. Also tell us if you liked the movie or not. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!